Love to just go live and just play all Hell Shadow and not say anything, and just then shut my stream off and Shadow Station Radio. Now we'll be starting in a minute here, folks. We're just getting ready. Armadillo task list: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. 2 stages. Rescue April from Fly. He's not on this stage. They'll have to clear the snow zone before they can get to him. Captain Silver. He's Pirate Captain. That's level 2. Wizards and Warriors 1. Clear stage 1. Give him some directions, because that game is real confusing. It's one of those platformers that got a bunch of sequels, and I just don't understand them. Thanks for the sub. I had to put your name on these Time Stalkers so that I don't accidentally give you your own challenge in the future. I'll be right back and we'll see how these players are doing and getting set up. Still waiting until I'm ready. Okay. We still have a couple games left to choose from. Nobody's picked the crocodile, moose, or polar bear yet. And I've got myself almost a whole week to catch up and get some more challenges ready while AGDQ is running the summer show. Nobody seems to want to, let me look at this. Oh, I see why. Okay. Nobody seems to want to queue their matches this week, so... ominous ambient music. Let's play this depressing song. No lie, this piano coming on after a genocide in FF9 actually got to me pretty hard when I played that game for the first time. This fucking song, man. This and that goddamn Chrono Cross song. Oh, the only part of Chrono Cross that I cared about. It's called Prisoners of Fate. I don't think the game's very great after disc 2. Yeah, disc 2. I sure don't like the ending. Still waiting on 2 players. Ain't my end right now. Yo, I'm gonna play me some Savage Rain after this if it's got a soundtrack like this. What the hell? Everybody died. Hey, they're ready. 10-second countdown. Let's do it. I sure will play the OST from Turtles 2. We'll play the arcade OST if I can find it. Yeah, might as well play, you know, the original thing, right? This game is just a beat 'em up, but the arcade version especially, and this NES game too sort of hold up so damn well. It's a quad player arcade game, beat 'em up. There were a lot of those that were good. I feel like Turtles 2 was the first one that really was good. Like extraordinarily popular. I had this NES game, I played it relentlessly. I could have been a Mario speedrunner, but I kept playing Turtles 2. Damn. My misplaced obsession. I always played Donatello. He was for no reason at all my favorite as a kid. I didn't even notice. This is just the game to me. I don't think I've ever met anybody who liked Raphael at all. Let alone dared to call him the boss. Here comes boulder time. These stages are 4 or 5 minutes long each. Here's this polar bear in a jacket. I don't know what his deal is. This is a beat 'em up, so abusing the AI needs to be discovered. There needs to be found a way to kick this guy's ass without getting yours kicked. Or you're just gonna fail. him hitting you back every time is not good news. Freestar is not gonna make it like this, I don't think. They really need a new plan. They gotta see that they're dying. No, they didn't. They just went straight in to the end. They're gonna be set back a bit. Polterghost has it. Did you take away one of their credits? It's a very long journey. I knew the Konami code, I think it was, for this game. It gave you 9 lives. I sure used that because this game is quite a slog to get through with the set of continues they give you. There's a move you can do that one-shots the enemy. Otherwise, they always take 2 hits and that takes forever. And the bosses, they tend to be weak to the jump kick. That is to say, you can jump kick them and get out if you do it right. Because the jump kick gives you so much so much travel on the stage that you hitbox through the boss and you end up far enough away that they can't counterattack you. Crazy's working on the boss. Crazy's defeated as well. Freestar and Crazy could not make it. I do feel like maybe this challenge should have just given them like 10 lives. It would have prevented any game overs, but I like how they mix the turtle shingle in every song. Here's the fly. One of the reasons he's the easiest boss is he forces you to jump kick, meaning that you automatically do the right thing to him. Polterghost already has them locked up. These bosses just have too much health. That's honestly the problem with them all. They have just too much health. They're arcade bosses. They weren't toned down enough for the console. They're quarter suckers. Polterghost has him though. 918, move it on. April wasn't tied up at all. You're just waiting to see if you can do it or not. Time for Captain Silver. That'll slow you down. How's our scores on this group? Let's take a look at that. Three-star, Polterghost, Playworks Master, Crazy Sunshine. That's the order of points right now. Okay, so I don't know why there's a Cheshire Cat. I don't know what's going on here. Honestly, I don't have any idea what the hell Captain Silver's deal is, but... Let me look up the manual for this thing. Now this is a real release. This game was manufactured, man. It's got a pretty rockin' cover for the manual too. Pretty weak picture though. I'll work on getting this on screen while we switch soundtracks. This is a Data East game. Let's play the Town and Pirate Ship song. I'm trying to figure out what the plot is here. The ghost of Captain Silver's floating around. You're a young sailor named Jack. You're after his loot. On Haunted Isle. There's a power-up pixie you can grab. There's a sword upgrade from her. Boot. There's a boot. It's called Boot. Give you jump height. There's a store. Yeah, you can go in the store and buy any of those power-ups. I have the names of the enemies. I'm gonna take a picture of them and put them on screen. Oh yeah, I definitely am. Okay, hold on a second. Pretty good drawings here. I love manuals for these kind of games. Man, the Banana King, what a beast. I'm gonna tweet this, actually, I think. It's too good to not share with the world. Yeah. This freaking Cyclops, man. The Banana King. What the fuck? What a good looking boss. So Poltergeist is already on stage 2. It's pretty obnoxious here, though. This is where the slowdown will happen. You gotta find your way. Okay, I've got a pretty good set of stuff here to show you. Craziest beaten boss 1. They're running out of time, though. This is a long challenge, and I don't think the Freestar and Crazy are going to get any points on this one. Poltergeist is having no trouble with Captain Silver. Cruising right on through. It's one of those games where if you have a power-up, you're going to be just fine. Yeah, he's done with this game. It's harder if you don't keep those the whole time, so hanging on to him makes this a lot faster. 7 minutes, Captain Silver. Wizards and Warriors has a pretty good theme song. Let's play some of that. I mean, that looks pretty good, right? Now choose your enemy. This goddamn song is what you're gonna hear the whole game, I think. Because what this is the low health song from Wizards and Warriors. You'll never have health. You'll always be dying. So you can jump on the enemies, you can hit them sort of with your sword, almost, kinda, by poking them with the bit that's the sword when you jump. You have a swing, but it doesn't really work, in my experience. You need to collect treasure around the map. Hundreds of diamonds exist you gotta pick up, and you pay, usually, almost every level is this, you pay some guy to get out of the way, and then you can get to the exit. There's a whole lot of upgrades in these games where you can do stuff like float, you get armor and health, you have options that flow around and actually do damage to enemies. There's a million doors, there's all kinds of doors, some of them cost money to open. It's just a huge level. It's always a vertical mess. You have to figure out how to get to these things. I think I'm done with the low health song. Let's play a song that no one will ever hear. Discovered item. No, they'll probably hear that once or twice. Boss battle theme. Crazy and Freestar have taken 20 on the boss fight. Freestar barely missing out on some time save. Stage 1, Forest of Elrond. Are you allowed to use that name? Or... Whatever. Welcome to the Tolkien Woods. Here's the guy who wants 100 gems. There are 3 of these on the NES, at least. There might be more. There are at least 3. I've never beaten any of them. In fact, I barely have gotten anywhere on any of them. I do like the music, sort of, but it never goes anywhere. It's like a tease, much like this game, which looks nice. It's well animated. In the sense that it's not stiff looking. I mean, it is and it isn't. The animation of him jumping and sprawling around and stuff looks great. I really like the death animation. The gameplay looks stiff as hell, and it is. And the music is much the same. It never satisfies. It almost does. So, Polterghost has the knife upgrade, which is like the first weapon you get that's actually usable. It throws a boomerang knife and it actually kills enemies. It's like step 1 to being able to play and killing enemies. They just kind of randomly pop out. I had a NES screensaver where it would just play replays of people beating games. It was really neat. Back in the day when screensavers were relevant, I used it. I still kind of enjoy it. And maybe I should broadcast that sometimes, because it might be cool to watch just that anyway. But it's a bunch of tasks and replays and stuff of people just beating the game, and you can set it up to play a bunch of them at once. But anyway, Wizards and Warriors was on there, and I watched as someone laments through the game. Ghosts and Goblins was up there too, and they wiped out at the end. Crazy is not having a good time with this pack. I think she had a tough time with my last pack too. Freestar taking a death on the ship. So this is what happens, and Freestar's back to the beginning. This can easily happen, and this is why the challenge ends where it does, after 7 minutes or so. Polterghost figured out how to upgrade this dumbass, and he got through really easily because of it. If you can get that power-up pixie twice, you have a triple shot. If you can find the vest, you can take an extra hit. Between the two of those upgrades, you have yourself a victory. As long as you're still careful about it. But he's having a worse time with Wizards Warriors, honestly. I feel like he's taking longer than some of the other players will, because he just can't seem to find the exit. These branches, they force you in a certain direction when you fall, and they're really annoying. You can't get any of those chests because of it. Back to the bottom, fighting bees. I wrote them some advice for these. Well, not me on this game, but I did for Captain Silver. You need 100 gems to get past the guard knight at the top of the tree, and then descend inside to get to the boss. There is the boss. The ghost is down. He's got a credit though. So he's probably got this. The credit's probably enough for him. Probably. Pretty rude boss. But I think it's gonna be his victory here. Yeah, as long as he plays it right. He's got it. Polterghost is finished. Unlimited credits? That doesn't sound like Wizards and Warriors. Maybe I played the second one. That's a good thing, though. This game needs that. No, it needs it so bad. 26-18, Polterghost is first. Got a pretty rocking time at 26 minutes and 18 seconds. Imagine how many games from the NES era could have been great if they just had this kind of checkpointing. Infinite continues. At least as an option. Let it ruin your score or whatever. For the handful of people who care about Contra difficulty. Did David Wise do this music? He probably did. This is from the era of David Wise where he would say that he was making doorbell ringtones. This game is probably why he said that. Before he did real songs. He just made... And this would make a pretty badass ringtone. But... that's all I'd use it for. This is the Tree Trunk stage music, in case you thought I was just playing a chest open jingle or something over and over again. This is the stage music for stage 2. Let's go. Like, it's the music that it plays when you're inside the tree there, which is half of stage 1. Bladeworks Master is falling down to victory. Oh, nobody's ever gonna get that chest. I wonder what's in it. Crazy, he's the only one stuck on silver. Freestar is done. Oh no, Blade Works Master's on my bad. Blade Works Master at 29.45. Second place. Playing for third now. Let's play some music I haven't heard. Stage 7. Hey, listen, as somebody who has a signed Donkey Kong poster from David Wise, this sucks. I hate this castle theme. Oh, it's just one more of those teaser songs, man. It's like the bass line for a better song that never comes. Poltergeist showing us that he's practiced Cuckoo Land. I'll tell you, I have reused some game challenges. Cuckoo Land I feel like is pretty well done, so you should not practice Cuckoo Land for my tournament. Maybe he just enjoys it, but I will not be reusing that one. That's my guarantee. Cuckoo Land, what's going on is they are trying to do connect your dot drawings, basically, except they're not given where the lines are. The dots that need connected. They don't know. They have to roll around looking for them. They can shoot the enemies to make them harmless, and then ram them into the wall if they actually want to kill them for no reason. They'll be back. They have to rotate on pegs to turn, so it's really, really hard to turn when it doesn't really need to be. But that's the gimmick that separates it from any. It would just be a Pac-Man almost, if not for that. Changing directions is very hard because of the rotation you have to do. And that's really the big thing, the rotation. You have to hold up to hold your right arm out when you're facing right. And if you hold up when you're going down, it changes. And you release it to let you go, and you throw yourself in that direction. So that's Cuckoo Land. And I gave it to the players twice now, and nobody could seem to do the first couple levels very well. So we didn't go far in, not as far as I intended. Poltergeist has officially made it to where my challenge was. 4 levels in. Comparing it to a clock hand. Movement like a clock hand isn't a bad statement. It's a fun co-op game, I would say. And it is a co-op game. You can run into each other though, but 2 people really have more of a good time. I've never seen controls like that in any other game that I've played. I've never seen the rotation controls. It's very unique and bad, but it is charming in its own little way. It's a fun game. I like it. I had it on the NES. Honestly, I had a pretty large collection of video games that unfortunately I do not have anymore. My sister sold all my games. As if they didn't have value. Sold them at a yard sale. Just took them while I was at college and sold them all. Man. Crazy's done with Captain Silver. Moving on to Wizards and Warriors. Could still be in this, but Freestar has a very large lead on gems. I had so many Atari games. I feel like I might have had all of them. My dad was really into that console. That's his console. The Atari, the original Atari, and all those little carts with the goofy little arcade Atari games, like Joust and Punching and all those very simple looking ones. I think he had them all. There was a stack of video games carts that was as big as me, and I was, you know, it was the 80s, so I was like 3. But even so, that's still like 2-3 feet of video games on a pallet. Just huge. That set of games is gone as well. I would love to say that it's in the garage or something, right? But it's not. Don't know what happened to that. That little jingle's the area completed. Ah, the Princess Rescued song is actually a good song. Freestar has 100 gems, now he needs to find the knight, and the knight's not too hard to find, at least. Here he is. Thou hast discovered gems. Will Freestar get this mystery box in the center of the screen? Oh no! Maybe for the finals I'll use this game again and force them to get that box. If they can't get that box, they have to restart and then collect 100 gems again. 100 gems and go get it again. Go try again. Freestar done at 3702. Five, 4, 3, and 0 are our current scores. If Crazy takes first and Bladeworks gets last in the next match. Actually, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Crazy can't do it. Crazy is not going to proceed to the next round, but she will have one more game to play at least. Everyone else is still in this. Poltergeist is in a good place with 5 points, but still not guaranteed. If they get last in the next one, they could be out. And very likely, actually, if they get last, they'd be out. Because the other two players aren't that far behind. The platforming in this. I think you're right. What's this song? Register your initials. It's the Register Your Initials jam. Thou hast discovered boots of lava walk. I did that wrong. Anyway, we have our scores for the night. Crazy can go as long as she wants. We'll see if she finishes this challenge. It seems like a challenge that's guaranteed to be done eventually. It's just very tedious. I don't like the whole setup, the whole nature of this game. Just exploring a vertical hallway most of the time, looking for nonsense, while random enemies keep showing up that you just cannot get rid of. Everything about it is annoying as hell, I think. And when you have a limited number of lives, it's terrifying. That this bee, for example, it won't go away. It just keeps showing up. Imagine having to worry about your life count in that situation. That's what you get in the sequel to this. This is a pretty good song. Fire Caverns. Let's play Wizards of Warriors 2 music. I'm not surprised that people like this game. I feel like most people won't. But there's enough to it that if you're not put off by this kind of gameplay, you could probably have a good time, I guess. It looks pretty good, especially the animations on things like those spiders wiggling. They look pretty creepy. I do like stuff like that, and Rare often does that kind of stuff, that actual extra touch. Like, obviously Battletoads is despised by most people, but those who made it to the final level, the tower, the revolution, what a great looking piece of shit level that is. What an unfair but good looking mess. Hell yeah. If your friend who's animating Battletoads wants to play on Arcade Pit, send them my invitation. I'll take all of your celebrity friends. We'll make them draw Princess Peach walking her chain chomp or something. Use that artistic talent to its 10th degree. I try my best to answer questions, yeah. I was wondering if people thought I should open up an Ask FM kind of thing, Curious Cat thing for questions, but I feel like I'm pretty accessible, so I don't feel like I really need to. When you broadcast every day, it's pretty easy to answer questions directly. Crazy's got 100 diamonds and she's just trying to climb this goddamn tree to get up there. Something about a stork is where babies come from. Sometimes the stork gets mixed up and delivers a mouse to a cat family and they have to raise it despite, you know, natural problems with that. It's wild. But that's nature. I feel like puzzle challenges are very hard to do. I would say that if you want to make challenges for the show, the best way forward with that is to take a look at our database, find games, and there are a lot of them that only have 1 or 2, and expand on them, because we really don't like that. Like Ty was saying, he was saying it about a game that had multiple challenges, like Sunrail World Smash Ball, that it only had the one that kept showing up. Well, for games like Cabal, that's actually true. We only have 1 or 2, and that's not good. That defies the purpose of the whole show. That needs fixed, or Cabal needs deleted. So, you know, games like that, there's a lot of them. They just need more. Before I'm really interested in adding even more games, I really need to fix that problem. And that's been an ongoing thing. And I'm very easily distracted with wider projects that don't require so much time as that one does. Going through a game and making a bunch of challenges takes, you know, a night. Usually it takes a time. There is a list of challenges. There's a challenge room in the Discord that we haven't really put to use just yet, but we're planning on it. Probably after this tournament wraps up, I'm really gonna hit it hard and focus things on certain games. I even made a list and a command in that room you can use to see what games I think I'd like to focus on. But I'm way behind on challenges, actually. I have like 200 game challenges to sort through that came in. So, you know, of all the things, Screen Crap is the one I really need the most. And I actually do sort through on a daily basis. But game challenges are a little behind. It's about time that we update that. It's getting a little stale, so would like to do that. Our times, and I should have had free stores up there. It's 37:02. Crazies is 46:47. Had a terrible time with this pack, but still got them all done. I think Turtles stopped her, but she was on stage 2 of the challenge. I like the games on my show to have US releases across the board, honestly. Fan translation is usually a crappy idea. I feel like Terranigma wouldn't be as recognizable as you think it would be, but that certainly is one of the more popular ones. And I feel like it had an English European release still, which is something, you know, it's not just Japanese only. If that game was in Japanese only, I never would have touched it. I couldn't have made it anywhere. So I definitely played an English version somehow. This is our race complete. I feel like the English part of it makes a big difference. Europe releases only would be okay, probably. Jelly Boy's Europe only release. Smart Ball, that is. And I don't feel like that one would be okay, but there are other games that are. I'm gonna do me a run of FTL, I think. Let's do it. Sometimes bad games slip in, like Floygan Brothers. That's my bad. I did my best to not let that happen, but it happens. Trivia is especially hard to organize. We're always dealing with trivia. One of the problems with trivia is there's just so goddamn much of it. But I feel like, honestly, we do a pretty damn good job, I think. I know we have our misses, but I think if you watched any show that does trivia at all, and I mean across the board, not just video game stuff, but I mean across the board, Jeopardy too. Even when people trounce it with massive trivia knowledge, they're gonna have some real crappy questions in there. It's just natural for trivia to be hard to deal with. Let's do it. I think we do a pretty good job. I don't know what am I doing here? What is this? Oh, this is the Slug B healing bomb nonsense. I just teleported my slug back to the ship and he died on board because he died mid-teleport because the healing bomb missed twice. This run's dead. Let's do another one. I rage quit that game, which is something I just don't do. Thanks, FTL. And thank you again for giving me the Crystal A. So can we please... No more Crystal A. No more Crystal B. The Stealth C again. Again, I won with this one recently too. It's like my randomization is completely shot in this game. Which rock ship? I did this rock ship recently too. I think I lost right at the flagship, but I did do it. I'm gonna try and find a ship I haven't played yet. The NGB. Oh boy! You know what? We'll even leave the caps like that. Who wants to be this brave engineer? You can shoot out for the right to pilot this thing by yourself like a dope. Just could not find a friend. The lonely guy. As far as I can understand from what they've said about NG's in-game, they don't have feelings, so he's alright with his loneliness. So I'm not going to say that it's always possible to win with this thing, because I don't think it is. Especially for me. It took me 20 hours to win with this once when I played straight. But it's got some things on it to protect it. It's got the stupidest augment ever. I don't know if you can even see this in game. Drones on board move 25% faster. The Scorpion wins that. This helps a lot because we have nothing but drones to protect us. We have 2 repair drones. Even though we have an NG, he pretty much always needs to be piloting or we won't have any dodge. So these system repair drones will take care of any attack that hits us. And we have an anti-personnel drone for boarders because boarders are an enormous problem, obviously. A huge freaking problem. We have pretty lousy guns also. We have this to disable shields and this. This gun isn't bad, but it's bad by itself. It's just one shot. So what we ultimately have is 2 shots to deal with what we're going to run into all the time. 1 shield ships, right? In Sector 1. So we can't miss, ultimately, is what I'm saying here. This has to hit the shields to turn them off. This has to hit to do any damage. We also only have 3 weapon slots for some reason. We have a drone ship with no defense drone for missiles, which would be nice if they got rid of this and gave me that at least. We don't have cameras for some reason. We don't have any crew. So we have lousy guns, no cameras, no crew. And our drones move faster. Great. Now, the other thing is, if we do an event and our crew dies, we instantly game over. That's a thing, so gotta watch out for that. We also don't even have very many drone parts. We just don't. We just don't have any drone parts at all. And we have a border. Now they fought our dude in the wrong room. He heals in there. So we can probably get them before they get us, maybe. Especially if I do this. If they beat my drone, I'll lose a part, and that sucks. I've never made anywhere in Iron Sword. I might have made it to level 2 and said I was done. Our repair drone needs to heal as well. It heals in here. But this thing heals so freaking slow. It's so irritating how slowly this piece of junk heals in this thing. It's so damn slow. It was too slow to beat those borders by himself. But when you're sitting here waiting on it, I don't think there's any way to speed this up in game. You can't level up this like you level up a medbay. So this is just the salt in the wound. Every time you jump, you have to do this. Every time borders come over. I think this is my least favorite ship. The stealth ships certainly compete for shittiness with it, though. I think that's good enough. Let's go. Can he heal? No, he can't. He has to be enabled. My favorite ship is probably the Mantis B with the quad teleporter. The Crystal B being a okay replacement for it. But the Mantis B has the opposite problem. It's got a ton of crew, lots of solutions. I just turned these on right away. My thinking is that... I can't believe this costs 2. My thinking is that they won't take another drone part as long as they don't die, and they'll just be ready to go. We don't even have enough room to power up all 3 of our friends. We can power up 2 of them though. I would have done that deal if I could have. That would have been nice. I think the Red Tail is a very good ship. He got Slocknog, that's garbage. Nice work.
I just won with the Mantis B a couple of hours ago, and found Slocknog to boot.
Slocknog to boot. His full name. We missed. And again, I really can't say enough how much I dislike a 2-shot ship. It's so irritating to be waiting on, and sometimes deadly, to be waiting on this. If we miss, we don't get another chance. The nice thing is the heavy ion does last just long enough for me to get 2 shots in with the other gun when it does hit. It disables shields for a good while. Disables 1 shield, I should say, for a good while. Man, our accuracy is just not good enough for this. It's lousy. It's so boring. God! A ship like this could easily escape too. They decide they want to run. If they decide they want to run, they'll probably escape. It would not be a bad idea for me to go into the gun room and, you know, man that so that this speeds up a little bit. Just a little bit. How do we miss? Come on.
Ascended snail.
Get a ship. Think for all the years. Oh man, a combat drone would completely change everything. This ship would be so much better. Not that we could afford it, they'd have to give us more drones too, and more drone parts. But that would be a game changer. Anything, really. You could come up with 1,000 different ways to make this ship fun to play instead of the nonsense, boring challenge run that it is. It's definitely a challenge run. That's the thinking here behind this design. But it's so far away from being fun that it's not a good challenge at all. I can't get to that quest. I can't do it. It's not worth it. Oh, no. This is probably the end of me. I have to turn this off immediately. We got really lucky. Our deadly ass gun is gone. That gun could have ended my game instantly. There's a fire on board. The fire doesn't hurt the drones, but it did mess up the drone room. I'll have to go fix that. My repair boys can't do their job if they're disabled. They can be turned off, and that's not good. They probably will be at some point. I think there's a breach on my ship. I wonder if they're smart enough to fix it. They did, I guess. Everyone here is good to go. And we have enough money for shields. So we're actually getting a pretty good start here. This is a pretty fair fight. Oh god. Damn it. We just had to miss. Oh jeez. Jeez. Oh thank god. I made it in time. Really need to fix that, but it's not an emergency now because we did shut them down. This dumbass drone is fixing the wrong room. And he got shut off. Okay, great. I mean, it sounded like a minimal problem that we only have 2 shots. It sounds minimal, right? But when you're in practice doing it and you miss, it's so bad. It's so bad. We have nothing going for us. We just sit here and take damage in the case of any kind of miss. And we're really missing a lot, more than usual, I'd say. This is lame. I gotta fix that. We're just gonna eat this next bomb coming in. This is hell. Our shields are back, and they're almost out of bombs. Now this happened after I shot their goddamn guns offline twice. Twice! It is still this bad. They lost the RNG battle at the start, and I still can't handle them. I have no control here. You can pretty clearly see that the repair drones aren't very good at determining what room to fix. You have no control over them at all, which I feel like is an enormous problem. Also, our dodge just got taken away. I'm gonna head to the gun room and try and speed up my shots. That's a lot of missiles, unfortunately not what I'm looking for. Okay. A lot went wrong there, but we're still alive. I could have upgraded my shields. No, I couldn't have. I was in an asteroid jump. I didn't have the opportunity. My shield upgrade would have saved me a lot of trouble there. I don't have much here to buy, and the drone booster and the extra repair drone are two things that I feel like are a little extraneous. I do need two of them to repair at the start here until I get some crew, I feel like. So I don't like to sell the second one, but it's a little scary to get rid of this, but it is 40 scrap that I can get rid of later. And eventually, if I ever do find crew, I would sell all of these. They're bad. They're not good. They're not good at what they do. This thing is okay, because it will just go for the crew. There's not much they can do about that that's wrong. It will just go after the crew. These two suck at repairing. They suck at picking systems. One of them went to fix the doors instead of my shields, for example. So, I'm not going to sell those yet, not even the booster, because I do think I need that, but I'm just going to end up buying shields now since there's no weapons here. I don't have enough drone parts for hacking. I don't think that's sustainable right now. I need something else than hacking. I can't use that every fight. Not yet. That 80 scrap is too much. I need defense first. You gotta keep in mind that we don't have defense or offense. We need one of the two. One of the two has to happen. I love it when my gun breaches. It's good at it. That's a really nice find. Combined with our ion, that's way better than the system repair drone. This is one of the most reliable combat drones we could find. This seems like an obvious start the ship with this kind of thing. For emergencies, we can waste a drone part and have a beam to go along with our ion. The beam is 1 damage to 1 room randomly at a time, which is pretty obnoxious. I think this is a chance for a game over. Game over. Hell yeah. Back to the start, everybody. New game. We're on the Fed Sea. I think I'll actually play the Fed Sea next time. I'll save it though. I'll remember I was on the Fed Sea and we'll play it again. I just didn't feel like playing the NGB, to be honest. It wasn't a good Sector 1, not really. It was pretty average, and average for NGB means I'm probably going to lose. So since we rolled the Fed Sea here, it's an okay ship, except for one thing. It has no goddamn guns. So that means that until we find a goddamn gun, you have to use this artillery beam. Where is it? Is this it? Yeah, it's not even leveled up. Worse than that, it's not even an artillery beam, it's worse. It's just Flak 2. It's Flak 2 on a 50 freaking second cooldown. It's not even a gun anymore like that. It's just regular Flak 2, randomly fired. It's so goddamn bad. And it's on a 50-second cooldown. 50 goddamn seconds, it's the only weapon you have. We do have boarding and a mantis, though, really. So, obviously that's what we'll be doing. We have no guns beyond that, so... I can't say that a boarding ship is bad. A boarding clone-based ship, that's really the weapon we have here. The ship layout sucks, but we start with a mantis and a human, who I will be boarding with, probably. And that's not too bad. The weapons sure suck, though. I don't know why we have emergency respirators. I'll sell those for sure. I'm gonna go raid Proton John. See you later, everybody.